An Album a Day is my exploration into the Korean music scene. This podcast will cover mainstream, indie, and some underground artists within the scene and provide both factual and opinionated commentary. The biggest benefit to sharing my thoughts this way is that it will hopefully expose you to more great music and exploration of your own. When a group goes on informal hiatus or disbands, it can be a major disruption for fans. The Hallyu Wave is a vast ocean of artists having their moment in the sun, cresting, and quite possibly not rising to the same levels again. When today's idol group had their contracts expire on March 31st, 2019, had they made enough of an impact on the scene to potentially return as soloists? It's almost been 2 years since then, and it appears that they've moved on from idoldom. Let's journey into the discography of former boy group A-Jax and hear their story right after the drop.
You're tuned into An Album a Day. Show, start.
Hey y'all, on June 1st, 2012, South Korean boy band A-Jax made their debut with the song One For You, a song that was anticipated from the fan following developed through their survival show, Making the Star. Before they were known as DSP Boys, taking the approach of many Korean labels when a group is close to debut but not quite out of the pre-debut process. The month of April was spent introducing the members and concluded with an April 24th, 2012 announcement that DSP Boys were to be called A-Jax. I'm actually fine with this name, as they chose to be named after the Greek mythological hero. They wanted to convey courage and power. This is a name that makes sense, Soko. When June 1st rolled around, then members Seo Jae-hyung, Mang Yoon-young, Moon Ji-hoo, who previously went by Hyo-jun, Park Sung-min, Lee Sung-yup, Kim Do-woo, who previously went by Hyun-kong, and Ham Sung-jin released the single album plus Never Let Go, but didn't make major waves chart-wise. Their follow-up single Hot Game brought them to the peak position of number 59 on Korean charts, but both this single and their debut numerically remained lukewarm. They even took on the Japanese market immediately, re-releasing their singles in Japan. At least a buzz was starting to begin. It's hard to be on a label that housed disbanded seniors Kara and not be overshadowed by other boy bands like EXO and Big Bang at that time when A-Jax started, but they didn't back down. On November 15th, 2012, A-Jax released their first EP entitled To My Ex and climbed up to the number 6 spot on Korean charts. In just over 5 months, they made an impact with 3 unreleased songs alongside their 3 previous releases, and delivered a 26-minute EP that is unique. First, the production choices pulled from established samples and styles that have worked for other artists without being too obvious. For the title track, To My Ex, that utilizes a drum kit that will immediately resonate with fans of New Jack Swing. The best comparison is Michael Jackson's Keep It in the Closet, and it works well for the song. This influence can likely be chalked up to the works of Korean-American producer Stephen Lee, who has produced and penned multiple hits over his 20-year career. Second, the 7 members of A-Jax maximized on choral singing, choosing to use as many of their vocals as possible in bridges, choruses, and refrains. Some groups make this distinction between vocal lines and rap lines very clear. By going with that all together now arrangement, it helped them stand out. They honestly remind me of 2PM's 1:59 p.m. album with To My Ex. The songs jump from one style to another throughout the EP, and it is more flash in the pan than strategically planned. Therefore, K-pop fans on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being essential listening and 1 not worth mentioning, the A3Day rating for this album is a 4. Since their discography isn't extensive, I'm not sure if they'll be able to rise above that rank, but we can only push forward and find out. Continue to check out the hashtag A3Day Highlights playlist on Spotify, as it features tracks from today's albums and past episodes' artists, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Your favorite foreign Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z.
There's sponsored ads and social media hashtags, but this show is truly supported by the efforts of my Migualas, the most amazing fan base a little entertainer could ever have. Special shout out to my Patreon patrons, the student body, the scholars, and the staff who keep my vision of becoming your favorite foreign Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z a real thing. If you're interested in supporting the growth of this content, please visit patreon.com/multifacetedacg. And for as little as $1 a month, you can get in on the magic too. Interested in continuing your support at the free $99 price? I'd love you for it. You can still engage with the show and me, your lovely host, when you retweet, repost, and share the show and use hashtag A3 and the word day. Please consider leaving a few stars or a review on Apple Music, iTunes, IMDb, or Podchaser to keep things growing in the right direction.